I'm 30 years into my 45-year career, so here is my view on corporate career progression. Within 2 years of taking on any role, you've probably mastered most of the tasks and skills of that role. So by the third year, you probably ought to be looking for the next thing. I am not suggesting that you change companies every 2 to 3 years, although many people do earlier in their career. Instead, when you feel yourself starting to plateau, ask yourself, ask your manager, ask your manager's manager. If you have a mentor on the leadership team, ask them, what else does the organization need that would have an impact on the business? That I have 70% of the skills necessary and that I would be passionate about. That's your next gig. Earlier in my career, I was with a company where I had 9 years and 5 different roles. Each time leadership would come up to me and say, "Hey, you know that thing you're doing a little bit of? We kind of need that full time. Would you want to take that on?" Over those 9 years, I went from being an individual to a manager to a director to a senior director, each time taking on something new or bigger that the org needed and that I had passion and vision for. Some organizations have a growth mindset, and the leaders will come to you with these opportunities. Other organizations aren't that agile, but most leaders would love to hear your impact ideas by asking that question from earlier. What does the organization need that you have the potential to do and that you would be passionate about? And when you find that next gig, your clock resets, but you get to do it by leveraging the trust that you've already developed and the institutional knowledge that you've already figured out. And that gives you a massive head start over somebody from the outside trying to do it. 2 or 3 years later, you've mastered that next gig. Ask yourself the questions again. As long as there are opportunities to grow and you like the people, you like the culture, you believe in the vision, why change? When you don't see those things, then have a different conversation. I had 9 years and 5 roles at one company, 6 years and 2 roles at the next, 6 years and 2 years at the next. You get the idea. You don't have to switch employers to continue growing your career. Also, there are times when stuff outside matters more. Young children, elderly parents, volunteer cause. Sometimes slow down those progressions so that you can focus on the things that really matter. At whatever pace fits your goals, be intentional on how you grow and how you spend your time. See you next Monday.